Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. All right, so I wanted to take some time today to come in here and talk about those weekly check ins that we did. I celebrated some of you guys in my reel. I loved hearing about all of the wins. And I think that it's important that we take the time to identify them, right, and celebrate them. Because while fitness, nutrition, wellness, all of it, right, and juggling that with life is always going to come with setbacks, struggles, right? It's important to take the time to also analyze where we are winning, where we are putting, one foot in front of the other, where we're seeing progress happen, because that's what it's all about. It's the journey. It's never a straight shot up, right? Everybody has setbacks. I have setbacks. And the way that you find longevity in what you want to accomplish and in the lifestyle, right? Because it's not about just hitting a goal and then stopping. It's like they say, rent is due every day in your journey in order to maintain it and keep it. I think that the most important way to do that is to celebrate the wins. And you guys, I loved celebrating you. Now, I did want to take some time today and talk about two submissions that I got about struggles. One came from Monica. Monica, my heart goes out to you. I saw that you lost a loved one, and that has been hard to navigate through. And while you've been pretty, committed to your nutrition, you haven't gotten workouts in, and I wanted to kind of talk about that. I also know our girl Chrissy, her mom just got well, not a diagnosis, but she is going to be going to the doctor to check on a mass that they found, and I know that that could be high stress, high anxiety. And so, ladies, our hearts and prayers go out to you. And while you guys put this in your struggle line, I wanted to share a little bit of my heart and my story with all of you guys today. Because while we're talking about the real hard stuff, right? Like loss, illness, things that are out of our control, life throws us curveballs every day in all shapes and forms, right? In all severities. And I wanted to share with you guys how prior to 2019, and I've been coaching for 11 years now, but prior to 2019, I've helped women get through loss. I've helped them get through, navigate through, losing of jobs. I've helped them get through, their children being diagnosed, like just hard things, and never really going through that myself, right? What I latched onto was the belief and, well, the practice of personal development, and also the practice and understanding of how, while there's always uncontrollables, there are still controllables that we could grab a hold of that are they're going to add up to the person we need to be to tackle and beat those hard things, right? And to get through them and navigate through them as the best possible person that we could be, in the hardest of times. And I say that I helped so many people do that before 2019, but 2019 is when, you know, the shoe dropped for my family and I, so to speak, when we lost my baby sister, who was 21 years old, tragically, suddenly, very in a very, very, very hard manner. She suffered from mental illness and it took over. And this was the first time in my life where my world stopped spinning. It stopped spinning. And I understood deep, deep pain and sorrow and regret and just nothing else feeling like it mattered, because it felt like life was just shattered into pieces. And some of us may feel like that. By the way, that happened August of 2019. And then December of 2019, my husband was let go from his job a week before Christmas. A man who, I mean, he's amazing. And every job he's ever held, he's always climbed the ladder. I mean, been at the tippity top. And it was very, very unfairly done right before Christmas. So it had a double whammy. And I understood that, having to navigate through that. So I share this with you because today I get to stand here and tell you all and share with you my testimony when I was in the hardest of my tests, right? They say your tests become your testimony. And that's why I can stand here now, and now with full certainty tell you and give you, some advice, some mindset to hold on to anchor to as you navigate these times, right? Because we can't control what's happening, but we can control how we show up to it all. And the reason why I fell in love with health and fitness in the very, very beginning, at the age of 13, when I was battling being overweight, teased, bullied, being so self-conscious, I realized that it gave me back power to be who I wanted to be, right? And when you're going through hard times, if you look at your workout, right? It seems like so simple and it seems like so superficial, but it's literally getting that workout in that pours into you so that you could get out there and pour into others. It's also the healthy outlet. I mean, when my baby sister was in the hospital, it was about a 10-day period of before we found out that we lost her. For those 10 days, the way that I got through, and I was sleeping on hospital chairs for 10 days, but I would drive back home. I wouldn't leave her there overnight. I refused to sleep in my own bed, but I would drive home, get a workout in with my husband, and drive back to the hospital, take a shower, get back to the hospital. Because it was what held me together. It was the emotional outlet that allowed me to, like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it was like the control alt delete of the stress to restart new, fresh, and get back out there and be, strong for my mom and my dad, and and all the ones that couldn't do it. And it was crazy how it served me in such a big way. Like for the 10 years before that, or whatever, 9 years before that, the lifestyle that I had created served me in this moment. Same thing came, when Johan lost his job. It was, all right, well, we got this problem, we're gonna face it. But I never stopped doing me, because doing me made me better for all those circumstances. It helped me relieve the stress, helped me think clear, helped me pour into myself so that I could get out there and do the things that I needed to do. And so I wanted to tell you that and share that with you. And I think that, going back to whether the situation with my sister, where if I, like I get how the thought of like, this is selfish if I go push play to a workout in this tragic time, right? I felt the sense of selfishness. Or with my husband's situation, where I'm like, what am I doing here pushing play to a workout? I should be getting out there and figuring out how we're going to survive. And, when 6 figures is automatically like thrown out of our whole household and we got to figure out how to survive, right? But I didn't. I slowed down to speed up. And I wanted to share that, emotions, this is one thing I learned. Emotions can coexist. They can coexist. You can still get out there and do what serves you and fill your cup and come from a place of abundance and still feel sad, right? And still feel, grief. It can coexist. They can coexist. Same thing with, hustle and drive and work hard can coexist with slow down, pour into your cup, do you first, get out there and lead your life with calm and certainty. And all of that comes from pouring in before you get out there and pour out, right? So I want to share that with you. And then just tell you that, what also helped me was starting to tell myself, like, instead of the word or being in my vocabulary, living an and life, right? I can sustain my own personal goals, pour into myself, and be there for my family, right? I can work on me and sustain everything I've worked so hard for up till now and feel grief and sadness, in this trying time. Chrissy, I think of you, I can show up for myself, make this happen because this matters, and be there for my mom the whole way through. So I wanted to share those because those are things that I just learned along the way. And while we celebrate all the big wins in here, we're also in here for the long haul, guys, together. And so I wanted to share a little bit of that because I get where we can get these curveballs that life throws at us that may feel uncontrollable, but there are still controllables. And I want you to know that you matter. right? It is on the tippity top of the priority list. Even in the hardest times, it is, and it should be, right? Because it's what's going to make you better for it all, right? So I hope this message comes through loud and clear and with all of my love. And I want you guys to know that we're in this together. I'm here for you. And let's keep going. We are on fire in here. July is right around the corner. It's we're gonna now mesh this group into Mind and Body Collective, which is gonna be very honing in on mindset, especially during the summer months, which is what we've been doing in here anyway. But I just wanted you guys to know and feel supported. And if you see those weekly check-ins come through, like fill them out. It's what helps create the connective tissue with all of us in here and keep us going strong. All right, guys, happy Monday, and I'll see you on the other end.